aspirants. We are back with our fast track revision series for the August attempt of NATA, and today's topic is blood relations and distance direction. So before we see the questions, let's quickly talk about how do we solve these blood relation questions. So there is a sign convention that I follow because it helps in building the structure, and my suggestion is you should always draw a structure in blood relation questions so that you are comfortable and confident with you are comfortable and confident with the answers that you are deriving. Alright, so let us start with the convention that we follow at Creative Edge. So for these relations, there are some standard conventions that we follow is male represented by a box or a square, a female character is represented by a circle, a married couple is represented by bidirectional arrow, single horizontal line represents siblings, and vertical line represents generation gap. So these are the only conventions that are required to develop any blood relation based structure, and we can comfortably conclude our answer with confidence instead of solving without using pen or without using a particular convention. And your convention should be simple and easy to develop, easy to draw, right? You can follow the same convention as I have suggested here. Alternatively, you can create your own convention. That is not at all an issue, but make sure whenever you draw a structure, you follow the same convention. If you do not follow the same convention, there will be trouble at the actual exam day also. So let's see how these standard convention can be applied to this particular situation here. So the condition given in this question is A, B and C are sisters, D is brother of E and E is daughter of B. How is A related to D? So what we know that A, B and C are sisters. So all these three characters are female. D is brother of E. So D is brother, that means D is male, and D is brother of E. And E is daughter of B. So A, B and C, who are sisters, and E is daughter of B and D is brother of E. So this is the structure. We don't have any information about the husband of B, so let's not bother about it. The question is how is A related to D? So A is aunt to D. A is aunt to D. Mother's sister is aunt, right? So in fact, had this been maternal aunt, the actual answer is maternal aunt, but in given option choices, it is aunt. So please be careful while solving these questions that when it is maternal aunt, when it is paternal aunt. So if you have any confusion in that, let's quickly talk about that as well. So as of now, I hope this question is clear to you all. So for any child for a child, let's say C is a child of A and B, right? And if I say a person P is uncle of C, uncle means male, so this uncle can be mother's brother or this uncle can be father's brother, right? So whenever I say uncle or whenever I say aunt, one must be clear with this thought that there is not a particular solution. There will be always two possible solutions. That is, either the person is mother's brother or the person is father's brother, then the person is uncle, right? Same is true for grandfather, grandmother. The grandfather can be father's father, the grandfather can be mother's father. But if mentioned specifically, that is maternal grandmother, it means mother's mother, right? So be careful with the terms, and if you are drawing the structure, if you are developing a structure with one particular approach and not getting the answer, it means the alternative approach should be in your mind quickly, that if you have considered grandfather to be father's father and as per question the person is mother's father, then have this alternative thought in your mind that you can always go for mother's father as the grandfather. Alright, let's quickly see the next question and try to relate, try to understand better. Introducing a man, a woman said his wife is the only daughter of my mother. So there are two people, one is woman and one is man. So how this woman introduces this man? That this man's wife, so this man's wife is the only daughter, she is the only daughter of the woman's mother. So woman's mother, and woman's mother's only daughter is man's wife. That means the lady is wife of the man, right? So now the question is how is the woman related to the man? So answer should be wife. Answer should be wife. Alright. So in such questions you should always draw structures individually and then with common information try to connect them. And with that common information you can easily connect them, combine them and reach to the answer. And trust me guys, trust me on this, if you follow these steps you are going to mark these blood relation questions correct in your exam. So let's see the next one. This variety generally troubles most of the students. Many times in my classes I have A cross B represents A is father of B. A cross B represents A is father of B, which means the person before cross sign is father to the person after this cross sign. So does it mean that B is son? No, it means only that A is father of B. For this particular line, we don't have any information about B, so we cannot conclude the gender of B as of now. Alright, let's see the next question, next part. A divided by B represents A is daughter of B. So the person before divide sign is daughter, right? And in the same manner you can apply the logic. So now let's see here, P divided by Q. So P divided by Q, so person P should be daughter of person Q. So P is the daughter of Q. I don't know the gender of Q as of now, but gender of P is confirmed as P is daughter, right? So if P is daughter, P is female. Then next part says Q cross R, Q multiplied by R. So multiply sign says the person before multiply sign is father. So Q is father of R. So Q is father of R. Then next is R minus S represents the person before minus sign is husband of the person who is after the minus sign. So R is husband to S. So S must be a female. Now let's combine these three. The common link between second and third is R and first and second is Q. So Q is father of P, who is female and has a brother R, and this R is married to S. So we don't have any information about wife of Q, right? How R is related to P? How R is related to P? How R is related to P? So R is brother of P, right? See here, P divided by Q represents P's daughter, so P is daughter of Q, right? Q into R represents Q is father of R, Q is father of R, Q is father of R here, right? And R minus S represents R as husband of S. And now we need to determine how R is related to P. P is sister but R is brother. So as of now there is no option that says brother. So I'll go with option C, option D, that is none of these. I'll not go with option C because I can determine the relationship. So the relationship between R and P can be determined on the basis of given information. That's why we cannot mark option C cannot be determined as our answer. So please ensure that if you have these two choices, which one to mark. If not available, your answer is not available in these two, and you can certainly calculate, you have the surety of the answer, then please mark none of these as your answer. And if the gender of R is not known, let's say for in certain situation, then you will go with cannot be determined, right? So be careful with these questions, and let's see another possible situation where a caselet is given to us. So here in a paragraph the information is given to us, and there are questions based group of questions based on this paragraph. There could be 3 questions, 4 questions, up to 5 questions possible. So I am covering this variety as well here. So let's see the question here. When Akansha tops in her MBBS course, she becomes 7th member of her family to join medical profession. So in her family there are already 6 other members. Overall there are 7 members. All other family members, namely Sujal, Nilakshi, Mayank, Shekhar, Rachita, Karuna, are working at Maharaja Yashwantrao Hospital as doctors, and Akansha, who is youngest of the 3rd generation, is all set to join them. In this family of 3 generations, there are 2 pairs of couples, 2 pairs of brothers and sisters. That is, there are 2 brothers and 2 sisters. There are 3 orthopedic surgeons, 2 cardiologists, 1 physician, 1 neurologist. So overall there are 7 members, and the names of the members are given to us as Akansha, Sujal, Nilakshi, Mayank, Shekhar, Rachita and Karuna, right? And their professions are also known to us, that 3 orthopedic surgeons, 2 cardiologists, 1 physician, and one neurologist, right? So let me write it on the other side so that it is visible. So names are Akansha, Sujal, Nilakshi, Mayank, Shekhar, Rachita and Karuna. And professions, 3 orthopedic surgeons, 2 cardiologists, 1 physician and 1 neurologist, right? Now let's see, no female in the family is orthopedic surgeon. So no female. Clue number 1 says no female is orthopedic surgeon, right? Karuna is not neurologist. So Karuna can be physician or cardiologist. Karuna can be physician or cardiologist, right? Then no married person in the family is cardiologist. So both cardiologists are on third generation, right? Unmarried people. Sujal is son of Nilakshi while Shekhar is son of Mayank. So this is an important information. Sujal is son of Nilakshi and Nilakshi, Sujal, and Shekhar is son of Mayank. Mayank, Shekhar, right? And Mayank's wife is Karuna. So Mayank's wife is Karuna. And definitely now I can say Karuna must be a physician because no married person is a cardiologist. So Karuna is a physician, right? Mayank is an orthopedic surgeon. Mayank is an orthopedic surgeon. Mayank and Karuna are the eldest couple in the family, right? Akansha is the daughter of Shekhar. So Shekhar's daughter is Akansha, right? While Rachita is sister-in-law of Nilakshi. So Shekhar must be married to Nilakshi and Rachita must be sister to Shekhar, right? Then we have Sujal as the son of Nilakshi and Shekhar. So from here we can say Akansha and Sujal are the cardiologists because they are not married. Another possibility is cardiologist can be Rachita because we don't have any information about her marriage, right? So who among the following persons is not an orthopedic surgeon? Sujal, Mayank, Shekhar, Karuna. I am sure about Karuna because the question says no female is an orthopedic surgeon. So answer to this one should be Karuna. Alright. Let's see the next one. Same paragraph has question, how is Mayank related to Sujal? So how is Mayank related to Sujal? Mayank must be grandfather to Sujal. So answer to this one will be grandfather, right? So in such questions you should draw structure on individual clues, then try to complete all given clues or information, connect the common links, complete the structure, complete one common structure, answer given questions. So these are the steps to be followed in case of a caselet or a paragraph when more than 2-3 questions are given to you. So these are the steps that you should follow for paragraph based questions. In fact, you should follow the same approach for individual questions as well. In fact, in mathematical symbols case also you should follow the same approach, right? So let's move towards the second part, that is distance and direction, because these are also the questions that are being asked in NATA. So now let's see how we should approach for distance and direction questions, right? So in distance and direction question, very first thing you should do is you should draw directions. That is, you should draw where you are considering north, then you move clockwise from the north. At 90 degrees you will have east, north, opposite to north is south, and then opposite to east it is west. So if it is between north and east, the direction will be northeast. If it is between north and west, the direction will be northwest. If it is between west and south, the direction will be southwest. And if it is between east and south, the direction will be southeast. Alright, so these are the directions that we need to consider. Another important thing, you should be comfortable with Pythagoras theorem, that is hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. So whenever you are asked to determine the distance between starting point and end point, in most of the cases you need to apply this Pythagorean theorem, right? So you must be comfortable with this Pythagoras theorem as well. So these are the two essential requirements that are there to solve direction and distance based questions. Let's see the question number 6, very first question in distance and direction. Prakash, starting from his house, goes 4 km in the east. So let's say this is his house and we draw this, we consider the upper side as north, so this will be east. So Prakash goes 4 km towards east to point A. So this distance is 4 km. He then turns to his right and goes 3 km. Right. So if a person is facing east and he takes right turn, he will be moving in the south direction. If a person facing east takes left turn, he will be moving in north direction. So here Prakash moves in south direction for a distance of 3 kilometers and reaches point B. Now what is his final distance from his house? So final distance, so this is 4, this is 3. We should draw this. This is the shortest distance, or this is the final position from distance between house and final destination is, this is hypotenuse. So hypotenuse square or hypotenuse is equals to under root of perpendicular square plus base square, and in this case this will be 4 square plus 3 square, that is under root 16 plus 9 under root 25, or you can say 5 kilometer is the distance between his final position and the house. There is a twist here. At times we are comfortable with this shortest distance. What is asked? How much distance did Prakash cover in his entire journey? So in his entire journey, Prakash covered 4 km here and 3 km here. So overall, distance covered by Prakash in his entire journey will be 7 kilometers. So be careful with the question. If the question is between starting and final point, distance between starting and final point, that will be the shortest distance between the initial point and the final point. And if the question is distance covered, then this will be sum of all the distances that person has covered. Alright. So let's move to next question now. A school bus driver starts from school, drives 2 km towards north, takes a left turn and drives 5 km. He then takes a left turn and drives for 8 km before taking a left turn again and driving for further 5 km. The driver finally takes a left turn and drives 1 km before stopping. Right? So how far and towards which direction should the driver drive to reach the school again? So be careful. There is quite enough data here, so you can commit an error easily. So let's see. First step here is to draw north. Right? So north, 90 degrees clockwise east, opposite to north is south, opposite to east is west. So let us say the driver started from the school and he drove 2 km towards north. So this is point A in north. He takes a left turn. Whenever person is facing north and he takes left turn, he'll move towards west. So from here he drives 5 km towards west. So this is point B. Driver drove 5 kilometers. He then takes left turn and drives 8 kilometers. So if a person facing west, he takes left turn, he'll move downward, that is south towards south, and he drives 8 kilometers. So here is point C, that is 8 kilometers from point B. Then before taking a left turn and again driving for further 5 kilometers. So he again takes a left turn. So if a person facing south takes a left turn, he'll move towards east and he drives 5 kilometers. So he drives 5 kilometers. So this point is D. So now he is in the same line as point A and the school, and then he takes a left turn. Right, so a person facing east takes left. We have already discussed in previous question. He'll move towards north and he drives for 1 kilometer and he stopped here at this point E. So what is the distance between the school and the point E is? This distance is 2 kilometers. This distance should also be 1 kilometer as per geometry, because the parallel lines at the same distance. So these distances should also be equal. This is 2, this is 1, 3. So out of 8, the difference this 3 will be subtracted. So this difference is of 5 kilometer. And 5 kilometer, now in which direction should he drive? So he should drive in the direction of north to reach the school. So 5 kilometer towards north will be the answer. It could be easily tracked because 5 kilometer south would be the final position from the school. But as of now, we don't have 5 kilometer south as our answer. Right? So be very careful about what is asked. So see the very last line carefully and then mark your answer. Don't commit a mistake after drawing a complete correct structure and marking a wrong answer. So my suggestion to all is be careful while marking the answer and make sure you have read the question correctly and marking the right answer after developing a correct structure. Let's see one more question, and this should be the last question for the day. Abhay is standing in the middle of a square field. So this is a square field. Abhay is standing in the middle of the square field and he starts walking diagonally to northeast. So if this is north, say, and this will be east, this will be south, this will be west, so he is walking diagonally northeast. Then he turns right and reaches the far end of the field. So towards right here, then he turns right. So he was walking in this direction. He takes a right. So if he takes a right, if he takes a turn of 45 degrees, he would be going towards south, but he takes a right and if not mentioned. Alright, so let's say he is going towards south after taking right, and then he turns right again and starts walking. Then again he turns right. If person is going towards south, he takes right, he will move towards east. In the midway, he turns right and starts walking. Again he takes a right. So person moving towards east, taking right will go towards south, right? And he then turns to his left and reaches new far end, right? So after this, he takes turn left and reaches new far end. So that is, he'll reach towards this west point, right? So in which direction is Abhay now? So see here, he must be in southwest. He must be in southwest because मैंने ये स्ट्रक्चर से बाहर ज़रूर ड्रॉ किया. I have drawn it outside the structure, but he takes a left and walks towards the farthest end. So he'll be here. So this is southwest corner, right? This is northeast. This is southeast. This is northwest. So after taking turn left, right, right and left, he will be walking towards southwest. So these are the varieties that are possible there. So please try to solve and get comfortable with these topics, and like this video, subscribe to our channel of Creative Edge by Top Rankers for more updates on NATA third attempt. So we'll be back with physics questions tomorrow, right? So we'll be meeting you tomorrow at the same time on the same channel with physics questions as per the demand of the students. So we will be bringing you questions based on physics for you people tomorrow. So thank you guys. Thank you for tuning in.